That was sick as fuck, dude.
That's Drink If.
This is Drink If,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I know we, obviously we have different card games for these.
Yeah.
We've been going with for a long time, but then those questions started to suck.
Yeah, they started sucking a little bit.
It's almost like someone put a lot of thought into the beginning questions, but then stopped giving a shit towards the end.
It sounds like they started with very basic questions and then got deeper, more specific later.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened.
Because then Drink If is literally the point of this is like, oh, you're gonna take a drink if
You've done this.
you've done this, but I rephrase them like actual questions.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, I thought so. Because then what am I gonna do? Say drink if you donated blood. It's like, okay. I don't have any drinks, but
this level's so sick.
That is sick.
Yeah.
Rail Canyon, dude.
yeah, I can't drink, so I'm just gonna talk about this level cool level design.
Can't.
Oh god, you got all the fruit. Holy shit.
Nice, dude.
Good on you, man.
Well, it is kind of like a...
Yeah, that's fair. The straight
Now,
shot.
and the next level, I fucking hate.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
Like, it's okay in the original, but this new version of it, I don't like, and you'll see why.
Oh, God.
This is an interesting one.
What's that?
Would you kill the person to your right?
Fuck no.
No, I don't think
I love
so.
Justin.
Yeah, Dan, you're a cool guy.
Yay.
Dan, you have no one to your right.
No one's to Dan's right.
I guess the person to your right would be like your neighbor that direction. Would you kill them?
Name. Cool though.
He is cool.
I like.
Name.
He is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He always invites us to hang out on his hockey rink.
Yeah, he does set up a makeshift hockey rink.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, no, of course I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
would kill Justin. I love that guy.
this is pretty. So okay, this level's not terrible. It's got some really cool parts. There's a specific part I really don't like that happens a few times throughout, and you'll get it. You'll understand when you see it.
Okay.
Also, they really changed the vibe of the Ghost Island from the original, because the original vibe was not purple.
What was it?
It was like murky browns and oranges. It was more like it was set up more like a haunted swamp at night. And the swampy vibes are still there, but they replaced it with it has like more of like a
More like mystic, misty.
like a mystic like poisonous forest type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the vibe now, which is cool. It's I'm not saying it's necessarily better or worse. It's just different.
Yeah.
Let me through. I'm too fat.
Let me in. Let me in.
Let me in.
Yeah, this fucking shit. These stupid fucking mazes.
Oh, I see.
What is Pac-Man? Oh, God.
Pac-Man mazes.
Well, the problem is you can zoom out, but because of the perspective, you can't actually see everything.
Oh, God.
So, but when it's this close, you can't see the whole fucking thing. So it's so fucking stupid.
It's stupid.
Stupid.
Darn.
Oh, but I can't. No, I can't go that way.
Oh no.
Jesus.
And there's like 3
drink.
of these in the entire level, and they are obnoxious.
Yeah, I mean, this one's already fucking annoying.
There's one that took me forever towards the end. So let's see if I do it in record time or if I'm absolutely eating ass for a second time.
Let's find out. You did it.
I did it.
You did a deed.
These mazes were not in the original. The original level of this version of this level was just like a normal fucking level.
And then they added the mazes to be cool.
Oh, poo mud.
Oh, I love the poop fields.
I found it really interesting how they did this remake because this is Pac-Man World 2 is the one that everyone loves the most. And it's the one that there were some areas for improvement like with the water levels that we just did, how those were completely different. And the boss fights, which were kind of copy paste in the original. But it's funny that like this is the one game that people would have been the most fine with it being the most identical to the original.
Right.
And compared to the World 1 remake, it is very different. The World 1 remake was really one-to-one with the original. This one is actually more of an interpretation, which is not a bad thing. It's interesting. I prefer remakes that are more unique.
Yeah, they take what the original concept had and they just kind of add to it.
And yeah, they do something new with it or try new ideas or reinterpret it rather than just, same thing with prettier graphics.
Yeah.
Right.
Skyrim.
I mean, to be fair, that's even examples of remakes I like. Like I really liked MGS Delta, but MGS Delta is really just Snake Eater with better controls and it's prettier.
Right.
Like it's very identical, which I thought was a missed opportunity. But I didn't hate it because I love Snake Eater, and a prettier version of Snake Eater is still a net positive in the end.
Sure.
But I do think it would have been more interesting to do more like the Capcom Resident Evil remake approach of more of a reinterpretation, or God, I would have even taken something as radical as the FF7 remakes.
Oh, jeez.
Because those are like the definition of like
Reinterpret.
like Fuck this. I fucking hate these. Those are the definitions of radical fucking remakes. Because they change so much. All right, what's this?
Tough Tushy.
I have a fat ass.
Jesus.
I'm so tired.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'd fucking...
Why don't you...
okay. Have you ever pretended to speak another language to impress somebody?
I've never pretended to do that. I have done it genuinely.
Yeah.
I started speaking Italian, and I actually had a conversation with somebody in Italian at one of my places of work.
Oh, shit.
With, like, a father and his son, and he seemed, like, really happy that I was actually able to talk to them.
Wait a minute.
that is
I
something.
can't leave.
Oh, shit!
Good job!
So, like, I've never done it to impress people. I mean, there might have been a time or two where I've, like, spoken a different language, I guess, just to, like, seem like, oh yeah, I'll just be like, oh yeah, like, I know other languages, but like for the most part, like, the only time I've really pulled out the Italian is when I'm like, I need it. And like when I'm talking to somebody and like they either know Italian or can only speak Italian, and I have to kind of like play the interpret game.
That's fair. Yeah, I used to be able to fake speaking the language from Star Fox Adventures, being Saurian, I think they called it.
Yeah, I remember I tried to learn that too.
Yeah, I can fake it for a bit because I can just kind of go Keo Krasoa, like, and be totally fine.
Or whatever the hell she said. Yeah, that.
It's like shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
whatever that was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could fake it in that way and be like, oh yeah, like, you know, Kiosk Case Krasoa Palette.
Yeah.
God, I love that game so fucking much.
Yeah, but it's like...
When are we getting a remake of that game?
Never.
Fuck!
It's never gonna happen.
I want it.
I know, but it's never gonna happen.
I'm going to jump into Rare Replay. No.
What?
I'm going to jump. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to jump into Rare Replay and I'm going to be like, get that game in there.
All right.
It's a game that expired basically 10 years ago.
Dude, I can't believe Rare released like a handheld with a bunch of their games on it, and then there were like 2 on there that were actually worth it.
Yeah, no shit.
They had Banjo-Kazooie and Conquer Pocket Tales, and then like 8 other games that existed.
It was like Blast Core and like... I think
Blast Core was on the N64. None of that shit was on there. They had one N64 game. The rest were like NES.
No, I thought they had like Load Runner.
No.
At least.
I read the list of games. Load Runner was on there, but it wasn't the 3D one.
Oh, it was like the old Load Runner.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So like it was, which I didn't even know that Rare was Load Runner. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they definitely did the 3D one for sure.
But yeah, they had Banjo-Kazooie on there, and then they had like a bunch of like NES games on there that like people didn't really care about. I think Conquer Pocket Tales was on there. It might not have actually even been on there now that I'm thinking about it. But that was it. So it was like Banjo-Kazooie was kind of the only thing I would have given a damn, and it's on NSO. So if I wanted to have a little device that can play Banjo-Kazooie, I'd just take my Switch out.
Yeah. I think the one upside is that it's the size of a Game Boy, and that's literally it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that does combat the thing we were talking about, how nothing's pocketable anymore.
Fair? Yeah. Oh, yeah, and that is the only thing that is pocketable.
So it's technically the only form of Banjo-Kazooie you could fit in your pocket.
No, it's on NSO.
Well, can you fit that in your pocket?
Yes, I have.
Fair enough.
Maybe not anymore with my lady pockets, but I used to be able to.
Well, Switch 1 or Switch 2, because Switch 1 I feel like is mostly pocketable. It's a little tight, and Switch 2 is mostly not pocketable unless you got some real stretch going on.
I have gotten it in there before.
Like I said, I pulled it off yesterday, but it felt like it was a Herculean task.
No, that's fair. But it is possible. But in any case, I get what you're saying. I do get it. What was it? I had another point to that. No, I don't remember.
Something about the Rare thing.
Is this the last one?
It looks like the last one.
God, I hope so.
They made a fucking little arcade for Sonic, and the games that were on it were Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, and Sonic 3D Blast.
That's such a
But
waste.
not 3?
I don't think so.
What?
And I was like, but it's like one of those little arcade things that you can just carry around with you. And I was like, they put 3D Blast on that thing? I mean, I guess they fit it on a Genesis cartridge, but still, I was like, that's insane.
I mean, you can play Doom on the box. So...
Well, in the collector's box that they
Sure, but you can still play that shit on a calculator.
Somebody played it on, like, Germs.
I'm sorry?
Somebody, like...
I know they played it on a pregnancy test, but I didn't know, but...
They played Doom on a pregnancy test?
You
Yeah.
haven't seen that?
No, I haven't.
I've seen that.
That's insane.
No, somebody played Doom on like bacteria.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's like, how do you even accomplish that?
People are fucking psycho.
I know. Like,
But it's the coolest
what?
thing ever.
I thought it was crazy that people were playing Doom on an ATM. Like, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Right?
People are insane, man.
I fucking love the internet and human beings as a thing.
Yeah, no, it's such an insane fucking thing.
It's like, how do we get here as a
Dude, one
society?
pregnancy test is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess 3D Blast just threw me for a loop because I was like, that feels like a much bigger game to put on like that tiny little thing. So like, it just makes me laugh like seeing somebody have like one of those mini arcades and you're just playing it on like a little table and it's fucking 3D Blast. It's like a full 3D game on that little thing. But I guess Banjo-Kazooie's on a portable. I don't know. It was just funny to me.
Yeah. Oh, if you rotate the green, you should be able to get out of here. Because if you go up all the way around back to the beginning, and then go rotate the green right to the twice, you'll go up the red and then into the green and then up into the blue and then up into.
So I just had to rotate the green basically.
Oh, and the
purple.
Purple once you get to the other side.
Yeah, well I can do that now.
Purple.
I love being purple.
Her favorite color
So
is
purple is good.
purple.
So purple's good to go.
Yes. And now you just need to
green-
rotate green.
Rotate the green.
twice. There you go.
Yeah!
This took me like so long the first time around.
I mean, I can imagine. This shit's confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've been able to tell from just general Cartridge Crusaders stuff. I'm ass at puzzles, and my brain is not smart.
I mean, everyone's got their strengths.
It's more so like I'll eventually solve stuff, but it usually takes like 45 minutes of my brain just like being like frozen, like a deer in the headlights moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where it's like when you have to take a test and you suddenly forget everything you studied for.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that feeling all too well.
That's
God,
me with
don't miss those days.
That's me with most video game puzzles because it's like the second I have the pressures on to solve a problem, suddenly all of my cognitive ability leaves my body. And I'm like,
The
Yeah.
pressure to perform, honestly.
I hate when that happens.
shit's
That happened to me all the time.
It was funny because I remember Dan, when Dan and I played like Portal 2 together.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that really proved to me that like you and I working together make one good puzzle solver.
Yeah.
Like
Two of us together make one cool guy.
when we work together, we make one cool guy.
Oh no, here's what it is. Combined we are
Captain Planet.
yes, we are Captain Planet. That's not what I was gonna
hero.
say. He's a hero. He's a hero in the name of the light. I'm so dead inside
It's
right
okay.
now. I'm running on, granted, I have like 6 hours of sleep, which sounds like a lot, but
It's not.
it wasn't. I was up until 1 o'clock playing Planet Crafters last night,
Yeah.
and I just didn't know when to stop.
I haven't been sleeping very well these past couple months. I only get like a few days out of these past few months. I've only like a few days where I actually feel rested.
Are you being kept awake from the circumstances right now, or is it?
There's so many different things keeping me awake at night. It's mostly my anxiety about everything.
Yeah, it's understandable.
There's just too much going on.
Yeah. Everything is stressful right now.
Yeah, it's been a little easier recently, because there have been some things that I'm not as worried about anymore, which is nice, but like,
That is nice.
the fact of the matter is there are still certain conditions in my life that are still happening that I would like to get rid of.
Yeah, but that's something that you're working on right now.
Yeah, I'm currently working on it right now, which like, this is the worst part about it, is when you're stuck in the middle of fucking everything and you're just trying to get out.
Yeah. You gotta hate when you're stuck in the
Sucks.
do 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 do. Sorry.
It's gonna take some time,
Little bit of something. Oh,
thought I was gonna grip the side.
a little bit estrogen.
a little bit of estrogen.
That's- Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. I love Zoom.
Hey.
That's a whole song. Just,
Hey. I know we're not.
Write yourself off yet.
Oh, that's what it was.
It's only in your head you feel left out and looked down on.
Because I think Zoom.
So they
Didn't
went to Wendy's.
Did they go to Wendy's?
Yeah, they got Frosties.
Oh shit, you're right.
In the goop spaceship.
That's right, because I distinctly remember being like, what does that even taste like? Because I don't think we'd gone to Wendy's a lot at that point.
Oh, the Frosties?
Yeah, I was just like, what's a Frosty?
Just a really thick shake, I think, right?
I mean, it's basically ice cream in a cup.
Yeah, isn't it basically just a malt?
No, it's technically ice cream, soft serve ice cream that's like even softer, so you can drink it like a shake if you wanted to.
But it's thicker than a regular shake.
Oh, it's definitely thicker. It's thicker than a shake, but thinner than a soft serve.
Interesting.
It's a Frosty. It's just a thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's a malt?
A malt is a thicker milkshake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of these definitions seem to overlap.
That is exactly what that sounded like in my brain. I let you vocalize my thoughts perfectly. Huh.
Fair.
Interesting. Some of these definitions seem to overlap. That was the perfect representation of how my brain works. I swear to God, I feel like I'm going crazy sometimes. And like, this is not like a diss or anything, but it's like, you know, like I have OCD. I am the only friend out of like in our group that has.
It was right there. The end of the level was right there.
That I think has like genuinely like diagnosed OCD. I think, and could be wrong. Maybe.
I mean, I don't know.
Does Josie have it? I can't remember.
I don't know if she has a diagnosis.
I don't remember if she does or not. But like, it was just funny because like you guys are all ADHD. You guys run on a completely different plane than me, and we tend to cross paths. But it's so funny to me because there are so many goddamn moments where that happens. Yeah. Where like I'll be, well, what's this? You're like, well, it's that. And I'm like, well, then what's this? You're like, well, it's that. And I'm like, all right, now I'm just getting frustrated because they sound exactly the fucking same in my head, and the rules aren't ruling. It doesn't make any sense.
There are no rules when it comes to ice cream.
So it just drives me fucking bonkers because you guys will just like say things that are a fact, and I'm like, all right, I'm frustrated and done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But like you worded it so perfectly, which is some of these definitions seem to overlap. It's just like the most condescending shit ever, and it was awesome.
The more we're talking about it, the more I want a malt. Like,
what is it?
It's a thicker milkshake.
Fuck you.
No, because a malt is still thinner than a Frosty.
Okay, so we can make we can make an ice cream thickness spectrum. So we have ice cream followed by soft serve, followed by
malts and then Frosty.
And then
Wait, whoa. Why is ice? Hold the phone.
Oh God, here we go.
Okay,
here it comes.
We're gonna start at the bottom, at the very bottom, being milk.
Milk. Okay.
So milk is the most liquidy of all of them.
Okay.
And then we raise it to cream, which is a thicker, more condensed version of milk.
Oh,
and then we
bring trees here.
Oh, it's the evil tree.
Wormwood.
Yes.
You must be Wormwood.
My brother, the golden fruit tree always hogged the golden fruit to himself. He sapped my powers dry, leaving me a barren husk. But now the tables have turned. Thanks to the ghost stealing the golden fruit, I have been restored to my unbridled.
There's a crazy voice for that guy.
That is a weird.
I'm sorry, I'm writing down what Justin said.
Oh, is it cool?
Like I have like a note where I write down a bunch of stuff we said. That's going in there.
Oh, that remind me to put that on the t-shirts list.
Some of these definitions seem to overlap.
Yeah. I still, off the top of my head, still remember "Kick the bucket, you rickety bitch."
Oh, yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a J.K. Rowling.
My favorite thing was I made a dog version of Hatsune Miku for Just Barely, and I call her Hatsune Shih Tzu.
God.
Oh my God.
I still fucking hate you for that. I'm gonna tell her that.
Who?
Miku. I'm gonna tell her that.
I'm gonna tell her. You said, don't tell her, dude.
I'm gonna tell on you.
Oh. I think Josie would like actually pummel me if she heard me say that.
Possibly. Hey, Josie, if you watch this episode, fucking
Hatsune Shih Tzu.
Yeah, yeah, and throw down a comment.
I kind of love that both in this version and the remake, the penultimate final boss is a maze.
That is,
Yeah.
that is kind of awesome.
I do like that.
Anyway, so milk. So we're
Okay, yeah.
held
Milk,
on.
cream, and then it goes milkshake.
Okay.
Because then it's slightly thicker than cream.
Okay.
And then we have a malt, which is
Slightly thicker?
It is thicker. It's starting to get closer to like the ice cream what's the word?
Texture.
Consistency, viscosity.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Viscosity also works.
Then
And then it's a frosty because then that's a little bit more solid, but still technically drinkable if you tried hard enough.
Technically drinkable.
Yeah, you can technically drink a frosty. It's not designed for it, but you technically
Yeah, and then you move into soft serve ice cream, which is definitely you need to eat that with a spoon, but it's still soft. And then it goes into regular hard ice cream.
Okay, where do fraps fit into this?
Fraps are milkshakes.
Okay.
Are they?
Those are the same. Except
they?
fraps, people usually add coffee to
I was
those.
gonna say, what's the difference between a frap and a milkshake? Just coffee?
I think coffee is the difference.
Would that not water it
Not
down to
necessarily,
make it softer?
because if you
Well,
get a-
because I know some
because-
people call
because-
fraps milkshakes.
Well, wait, because if you get a frap at a ice cream place, it's like its own thing.
It's basically a milkshake.
I thought the coffee one was a frappuccino.
Frappuccino
that
is yes.
That is, and if you get a frap from McDonald's, that's basically a frappuccino because it has coffee in it.
Correct.
But isn't there a difference between... I thought there was a difference between a frap and a frappuccino. Or frappe.
It depends.
Frappe is also frap. I think it's the same.
Frappe and frap are the same thing.
I think it's just,
those are absolutely the same thing. It's just how they're
French-
pronounced.
It's how French you want to be.
That's correct.
Well, I think one is just like, it has like, kind of like chocolate in it, a little bit of other stuff in it, and then the frappuccino is the one with coffee in it.
No, because
Frappuccino Frappuccino is like a Starbucks brand thing.
that
Okay,
too.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, Frappuccino, like I said, a Frappuccino, it's like saying a Dunkachino or a McGriddle. It's like it's a
Don't mind if I do!
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do. And it's just the brand name of a product because like I said, Frappuccino is a Starbucks thing.
Got it.
Yeah, because they're combining the idea of I guess
So like a
frap
McDonald's
and
frap
cappuccino.
and a Starbucks Frappuccino are the same type of thing.
Yes.
What the fuck is up with the Starbucks sizes, by the way?
They wanted to be quirky.
So it's tall, grande, venti.
They're all the same word.
What are these? What?
I'm pretty sure they're all the same word.
I fucking hate everything. I hate coffee culture.
I just don't like that tall. That the smallest one is called tall.
What the fuck is wrong with those people? Are they on drugs?
Yeah. So like
Yes,
So
caffeine.
Huffing fumes?
They're huffing caffeine. dude.
So like tall is a small, grande is medium, and venti is large.
See, I would just look at it like, what size? I'm like the middle one.
And then they'll rip your head off.
I know the size.
I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Try.
I'm paying them.
What if I don't want to run? What if I want them to try?
Yeah, exactly.
I know the sizes pretty well, but that's just because my mom is like a Starbucks nut, and she would send me on coffee runs frequently.
Got it.
Jeez.
So I know the orders decently well.
I am so glad I don't drink coffee. Like, I could never get into that shit.
I drink coffee very rarely. I do it occasionally, but like I'm not someone who needs it every morning. But every once in a while, I don't mind getting it. The problem is though, straight coffee I think tastes like ass. But if you like bury that shit in enough cream and sugar, it gets pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, black coffee is kind of an acquired taste.
I actually have I got addicted for a little while to the Mickey's had these like Hershey's Frappuccinos
Oh yeah. Right.
for a small bit of time. I got addicted to those for a bit because I thought there was just like, oh shit, because like you can just barely taste the coffee, and I'm like, ooh, so I just drank like a bunch of those.
All right,
I'm actually glad they stopped making them because I'm like, oh, that means I can't get addicted.
All right, let's fuck some shit up. Let's keep going through this Muzz.
Muzz.
Muzzles.
Oh, Maze, got it.
Maz, but
Maz.
said funny because comedy.
Maze. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
What?
What?
Who? What? Where?
I don't know.
How?
I'm just thinking of fun French words, I guess.
Thinking of
What?
I don't know.
French?
You know,
what do the French have to do with the meat being back on the menu? Kramer!
Menu is a French word, I think.
Is it?
I think you're right. I think it is.
That's why people had a really.
I mean, restaurant is a fake word. Restaurant is a French word.
all words are fake until they're real.
You're so right.
I mean, restaurant is a French word. I'm pretty sure.
Ew.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you're right.
it means to like restore.
Oh, that makes sense.
Which
yeah, it checks out.
Which reminds me of there's a really good Ryan George video about the first guy to ever go to a restaurant.
Jesus.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, I make this new thing called a restaurant. It means to restore because you come here and you get restored. because you're gonna die. And he's like, and the other guy's like, what? He's like, yeah, if you don't eat food, you will die.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point.
Jesus.
And he's like, okay, so how does this restaurant thing works? And he goes, okay, so you're gonna come here, you're gonna come to me, and you're gonna, you know, I'm gonna greet you, and then I'm gonna dash off into the dining area, and you're not gonna be sure if you should follow me, but you should. And
Well, should?
because like, you know, like when the you know the
when they seat you.
when the
got
hostess
it.
goes to seat you.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, and you're gonna, and it says, and you're gonna be given a list of food that a stranger in the back room is gonna make for you. And,
Oh my god.
and he's like, well, stranger? I kind of want to know who's making my food. No, you don't get to meet them at all. And then he's like, okay, well, if I can't see them, how do they even know what to cook me? He goes, oh, we're gonna have like a middleman in between called a waiter or waitress who's gonna, you know, take your orders. So you don't even have to go anywhere near the kitchen. You're gonna stay out of the kitchen. You don't need to go in there.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, what a fucking concept.
That's so funny.
And then
I wish restaurants were real.
And then it's like, yeah. And then it's like, and then it's like, also, just so you know, I'm not really gonna be like paying the wait staff. So if you just want to leave a little something for them, like, you know, they probably really appreciate that. And he's like, and he's like, well, shouldn't you pay them? And he goes, well, I don't wanna.
That is what it basically feels like
So
now.
fucking accurate. Well, I don't wanna.
It's so upsetting how real that is. God, you should pay your workers.
It's like,
Don't be
you
an
know,
asshole.
No, it's like, no,
Yeah.
it's like, listen, you have to have a lovely meal and then do some math.
yeah.
Yeah. What's a great way to burn
brain
off the
food.
calories you just ate than just doing math?
It's like, listen, you're saying you don't want our waitresses and waiters to earn a living? They're running back and forth from the kitchen for you. And
We serve you a nice warm meal, and then we give you, then you have to fucking contemplate your life choices if you're gonna let your waiter eat tonight or not.
God.
It sucks.
It sucks big time. It's like, oh, it's like this thing you have to do because fuck you.
It's like, oh, will my waiter afford rent this month? It's up to you.
Yeah, not if I have anything to say about it.
God. I remember when I worked at the first job I had, the laser tag company, we pooled our tips. I
Yeah.
felt bad because I didn't do fucking shit.
Yeah, that is always a thing that people worry about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, but I want to tip this person because this person was amazing. I don't know what Dale's doing over there. Like,
Because I guess the whole point was like every part of the process, because like the person went in for laser tag, so like we had to help with the laser tag, and then they had like the party host that did like all the party stuff, and then like the people in the kitchen had to make the food, and it all went into the party. So their mindset was like, well, everybody helped. It's like, okay, but the hostess is the one that like did everything else.
Right.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, I monitored them half-assedly when they were running around the arena when they weren't supposed to. But like the hostesses and the hosts were usually like busting their ass, making sure like pizza was ready, cake was ready, cards were ready, everything was ready. So like I didn't do fucking shit.
yeah.
So I
So
don't know.
just to have some people being like, hey, I have $400 and whatever
It was just like crazy.
for sitting on my ass and drinking Hennessy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't
I
have
don't
any
know.
Hennessy while I was working with kids, but
Why not?
or in general, I've never had Hennessy.
It's a strong. It's strong.
Strong shit.
It's strong shit.
My God.
Definitely wouldn't recommend it. Just having it out of the blue.
On like a Tuesday.
Yeah. It's funny because when we were at Chili's, I was looking at the drinks menu because I'm like, I wonder if I do feel like drinking today. And I noticed that they did have a few items with Hennessy in it. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that though.
Seems kind of heavy for like a Sunday.
Yeah. Well, it's a Sunday night, so I'm like, whatever.
Like,
But
whee!
I
I got
had
launched high. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Good, Pac-Man. But don't think I'll just keel over and let you have your way. Time to say goodbye, Pac-Man!
Kinda talkative for a tree, aren't you?
Pac-Man's dialogue is so fucking weird in this game.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
like generic and to no one.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
No, you're right. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, he honestly had way more personality. Like, the only, like, it's mostly inoffensive, so I don't mind that he talks here, but it almost makes me wonder why they bothered, because, like, Pac-Man...
I guess because everyone else talks.
I guess, but, like, you don't necessarily need the protagonist, because here's the thing, it's like, it's not that I don't hate his voice, and, like, his lines are so generic that it doesn't, like, that it's, like...
It's not offensive.
It's not offensive, it's more so it makes me wonder why they even bothered, because, like, you're gonna make him talk, but he has nothing to say.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, kinda.
It's like in Pac-Man World 3, you know, Pac-Man talks, but he actually has a personality in that game.
Help! Who?
Exactly.
God.
The details of my sector are between me and Miss Pac.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you very much.
The men I please are none of your business.
I still love that joke so much. Like, can I talk about the menu, please?
Can I see the menu, please? The men I please are none of your business.
I wonder if the only reason they introduced voice acting to this is to soften the blow if they eventually make a Pac-Man World 3 remake. And
Probably, because they were talking about it.
well, they basically, like I said, they did that poll where they're like, "Do you want it? Like, should we bother putting money on this?"
And they were like, yeah! And they were like, okay.
They're like, okay.
And then they were like, do you want a World 4? And they were like,
Yes.
And then everyone came.
Yeah.
And then Bandai Namco was like, wow, congratulations, employees. You're getting fed for another couple of years.
And then they're all like, oh, huzzah.
They're just like, oh.
Yeah.
That is one nice thing is like if you are on a project and it gets like a sequel or like it's getting like DLC or whatever, I assume you get to stay on to help.
That depends.
Most of the time.
It depends on, well, it depends if you're full time or you know, contract work.
Well, fair.
Because you don't know if your contract will renew. But if you're a full time employee, then yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Unless because you also gotta remember these are Japanese companies. And you tend to not get fired from Japanese companies. You just tend to be shunned if they don't want you anymore. Because like
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that exists in the U.S. as well, but it's especially prominent in Japan because there's a lot of labor laws and also like a lot of like cultural like tabooness around firing that almost no one ever gets fired from a job in Japan because once again it's hard to do and it's seen as taboo. So instead, what they do instead, if you're seen as an undesirable employee and they want to fire you,
let me guess, they stack a fuck ton of work on you and make it impossible to work for the company that you're working in so that you'll be incited to quit.
So you have the right idea, but it's actually kind of the other way around.
Is it?
Where basically they'll give you basically a busy work job with like that gives you like that is mind numbing, that gives you like nothing to do. Basically, your job is basically being window dressing for the company.
Interesting.
Where you're basically put into the timeout corner and like in shunned basically, where like no one will talk to you and you're kind of left to do a bunch of tiny little busy work tasks by yourself, nothing that's really important.
Okay.
And you're basically kind of just sent to waste away there until you get frustrated about that and quit.
Okay.
So basically, you're gonna be like silently shamed, and like given a very useless position, like be put in which is funny because I think if you ask most people around here, if they were given a useless position where they're still paid but just have to do a bunch of useless busy work, they would probably take it.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
It's like wait, so I don't have to talk to anyone, and the work isn't gonna be challenging,
And you leave me alone.
and you leave me alone.
Great.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of the job I have now, actually.
Fucking awesome.
Especially when I'm trained in a machine that literally operates itself. So like half the day, I get to just be on my phone. Where do you think I wrote most of my D&D campaigns? It's a little during work because I'm just like, hey, I got time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I actually once had a job it was a contract work. And I worked for basically a design firm that did custom like mugs and like corporate apparel and shit. And me and my buddy basically went in there working together because we're just like, hey, yeah, like we'll have the same job for like a couple months and it'll be great. And we're like, yay! And then he was constantly pulled into meetings because apparently he didn't get along with like one or two of the coworkers on the floor. But like not so much that it was egregious, but enough that he kept being pulled into HR shit about being like, hey, you can't do X, you can't do Y, you can't do Z. To the extent that I think they were trying to, what would you call that? Quiet fire him?
Or quiet quitting and stuff like that.
Not quiet quitting. It's literally when the managers are basically just trying to like dump as much shit that makes your life harder so that you're incentivized to quit as opposed to them firing you.
Right.
So it's like they kept doing that to him. I swear we're all convinced they were just trying to get rid of him because they're just like, we don't like you. You smell, you fart, and you burp a lot. Also, and you get up to use the bathroom every 2 hours.
Also, the other thing to consider is at least in the U.S., I don't know how the labor laws work in other countries. I know they're different.
Yeah.
But at least in the U.S., if you're fired, you have to get like severance pay and all that shit.
Yeah, for I think 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, or even more, or like there's certain like benefits or bonuses or something you have to be able to keep.
Yeah.
Versus if you quit, you get nothing.
Correct, because you're basically pulling out. So I think that's essentially why they were trying to get him to quit as opposed to be fired.
The gold mega whale.
The whale.
All right, pretty. Oh, you know what? We're coming up on time because we're getting close to the one last thing left.
Oh shit.
Time to go home.